I just finished reading The Devils by Joe Abercrombie, and I really liked it. So, I really like Joe Abercrombie. He's one of my favorite authors. I think that the Blade itself, is it called The Way of Kings? I can't remember the name of the trilogy, but the first book is called The Blade itself, is one of the best trilogies ever written. You know, Robin Hobb is my favorite author, so I have a disproportionate fondness for everything she's written. But I think that Joe Abercrombie is the only other author that I've read who actually competes with her in terms of overall fantasticness in writing. He has a lot of fun with his characters. His twists and like, ah, you didn't see this coming moments and stuff are absolutely exceptional, particularly in the Blade itself trilogy, like the juiciest reveals. So this is a new book that he just came out with very recently, and I think he's planning on making it into a series. I don't believe it is going to be a fantasy trilogy, which is of course the tradition for fantasy novels ever since J.R.R. Tolkien released 3 novels for Lord of the Rings. Fun fact, it was actually 1 book, but his publishers were like, this is too big. And he was like, all right, cool, I will make it into 6 books. And they were like, how about 3? And it's all complicated. And anyway, this, I believe, will just be part of like a series. So I'm going to read you a chunk, and it's from this far into the book. There's not spoilers, but it is very gruesome. There is a reason that they call Joe Abercrombie Lord Grimdark. He does the violence. He does the good violence and comedy. Comedy violence. It's fantastic. Right. This will give you a good flavour for his overall writing. The Vigga wolf screamed with fury and delight to be out of the horrid wagon, and once again at her work, which was murder. And her hobby too. Also murder. She didn't know or care why this bastard had a bull's head. Folk all have their own different heads, don't they? She slipped under his axe, ripped it from his fists, smashed off one of his horns with it, then flung it at the rabbit girl on the wall and split her skull in half. Then she clawed the bull's guts out with her fists, snarling, weeping, spraying drool, snuffling for the good meat, the nice bits, the tasty morsels. People's heads might all be different, but their insides are much alike. Her jaws snapped shut on a woman with a piggy head. Got head and arm together, squeezing, squeezing. The arm snapped first, went floppy as a sock of porridge. Then she squealed piggy squeals and beat away with the shield. Clobbered with the rim as the Vigga wolf snarled in frustration, the bits of arm still wedged in her teeth. She wriggled her head to get the best grip, biting, twisting, biting, wrenching, biting. Squeals became screams, then crack. The skull popped, and the Vigga wolf sucked the meat out, and ugh! What a horrid, salty mouthful. She choked and coughed, and ripped at the foul-tasting pig bitch with her back claws, and tore her so hard the other arm came off, then flung what was left into the bullman, who was struggling up, wailing with guts all hanging out, and the pair of them went reeling across the yard, all the horrid bad meat mashed up together. "Where's the good meat?" she screamed. But her teeth and tongue weren't made for man words, and the rain was tickling her nose, so all she could do was howl and growl. But the fuckers got the gist. They'd thought they were the animals. They were the scary ones. But now they bore witness to the beast indeed, and reeled about, eyes rolling, and fell and scrambled away, whimpering with terror. The Vigga wolf remembered through a mist that everything that walked, crawled, or flew was always terrified of her. That was the proper state of things. Yeah, that's Vigga. She's a wolf. Yeah, I love this book. It was so much fun. It felt a lot like a D&D campaign with a very grisly DM. It's quite different from his other work, but it's still very much his signature style of writing, which is gruesome and very funny. Like, I found myself laughing nonstop while reading this book. There is just so many hilarious moments. Adore. Right. So I give this book a solid, genuinely 4.5 out of 5. And that's mainly just because it's the first one of a series and I don't know where it's going. After I read more in the series and see a little bit more of the twists he has in store, I actually think this will probably get bumped up to a 5 out of 5. He never reveals twists in the first book. That's gauche. But yes, I loved it. I highly recommend it. If you love high fantasy, gory, freaking, what's his name? George R. R. Martin style fantasy, Joe Abercrombie is, I think, the absolute best at it. Right. So that's all I have to say about The Devils today. I hope that you read it. And if you have already read it, talk about it down in the comments. Warning to people who haven't read it, maybe be careful reading the comments just in case there's spoilers. I loved it. Tell me that you loved it. And if you didn't love it, you are wrong. But also you can say that as well. From the bottom of my little black heart, thank you so much for joining. I have been Penny, and you are a griffin at the entrance to a maze, giving riddles to people and setting them on the path of righteousness. Love you so much, and I'll catch you on Friday.